Kia ora and welcome to the land of the long white cloud, also known as New Zealand. We are about to take the most scenic train journey in the country, and we will be passing through the amazing scenery of the Southern Alps. So come along on this 225 kilometers train ride to see what it beholds.
Hey guys, we are here in Greymouth today. So this back here is the Tranzalpine. It's actually one of the only train journeys in the South Island, and we're going to be taking it today from Greymouth right here to Christchurch. So follow us on board.
The train will take us east, cutting across the Southern Alps and through the Canterbury Plains to Christchurch, covering a distance of 223 kilometers.
Greymouth is a small town in the west coast of South Island, located at the mouth of, the Grey River. The town became popular in the 1800s when gold was discovered nearby, leading to a gold rush. We were in no rush, however, having arrived quite early from our drive across from Christchurch.
The station is conveniently right in the town centre across the Grey River. The station was built in the 1900s and has a vintage feel with its old-style clocks and wooden pillars. Currently, there is only one train service running from here, which is the Tranzalpine we are taking today. So you can understand why there is only one platform and one track at this station, which is 3 foot 6 inch gauge, by the way. The station has an information center where you can check into the train. There is also a souvenir shop and some rental car offices based here. Just outside is the intercity bus stop, which allows you to connect to and from other West Coast towns.
So you just finished the check-in, so we got our tickets here.
The train check-in process was quite quick, and here's also where you can check in any large luggages. And here's our train arriving from Christchurch. The Transalpine runs 4 times a week during the winter period and is a daily return service from Christchurch.
So these are the only trains left running in New Zealand. So you have the Northern Explorer, Intra-Island, which is a ferry, Coastal Pacific, and of course this one, which is the Transalpine. So the train actually arrives from Christchurch, but they need to change the engine. So the train leaves the station, goes to the yard, and then comes back.
Speaking of the engine, this train is hauled by a diesel-operated DX engine made by GE for Kiwi Rail.
So it's a diesel train, no electric lines on this route.
There are 4 different types of carriages on this train. Firstly, there are the seating carriages, which consist of 2 standard scenic coaches and 1 scenic plus coach. The main difference between them being that meals and drinks are included in the higher price Scenic Plus ticket. In addition, there is a pantry carriage and 2 open panoramic viewing carriages.
We are in the standard scenic coach today, and the seating here is 4 across. There are actually 2 types of seats here, a table where 4 people can sit facing each other, or the standard 2-seaters. We went for the table considering there were 4 of us, and when traveling in this direction, the left side is better scenery. Note that there is no way to make the seating request during the booking process, and you have to actually call up.
So this is a table seat, so we got 4 people on the table.
The seats were quite comfortable and spacious. On the table were a pair of headphones which provided onboard commentary.
Location triggered commentary packet.
The seat armrest has the headphone jack for this. The carriage has storage space above, but we were warned to not put anything heavy here as the train rocks quite a lot during this trip. The overhead panel also had a couple of reading lights, and on the side we have an AC power outlet to charge your battery-hungry devices. The windows are quite large and aimed at providing great panoramic views, and they came with a curtain in case it gets too sunny. Also on the table was a menu card which had a great selection of options from the pantry car.
Bye Greymouth, bye bye. See you later.
At 2 p.m. our train slowly makes the way out of Greymouth and follows the Grey River for a while. While the standard carriages are pretty good, the best views come out of the Panorama carriage. So let's check them out.
So over here we have the Panorama cabin.
These are quite long and open on the sides to capture in all the scenery and enjoy in the fresh air. Next, let's step over and head to the pantry car. Here you'll find a wide variety of food options, ranging from heated meals, muffins and chips. You're also spoiled for choice here, with both cold and hot drinks. There is also some seating in this pantry carriage, so you could choose to eat here and not miss out on the scenery.
Regarding the trip itself, we did this in the early winter and hence there wasn't any snow. However, these are some of the highlights. About an hour into the journey, the train passes Moana, located next to picturesque Lake Bernina. This glacial lake is the largest in the West Coast region and popular for fishing. Next, we reach Otira, a very small town where the Otira tunnel starts. At 8.5 kilometers, it is the third longest rail tunnel in New Zealand. Not only that, the tunnel is steep with a gradient of 1 in 33 and hence an extra engine is added at the back. In preparation for the tunnel journey, the cafe and the panoramic carriages are closed and we are advised to not move around.
We're just inside the Otira tunnel, so it's like a 20-minute long tunnel. So we're just here in the darkness. The train's climbing and our ears are starting to pop because we're so deep under the mountains. We can't really see anything outside, just our reflections like that.
I can see the tunnel. I can see the rock.
Anyway, we'll see you on the other side.
The journey through the tunnel lasts about 20 minutes, and the train rocks around quite heavily during this trip. Doors at each end of the tunnel and a fan is used to extract the fumes after each train. The next station after the tunnel is Arthur's Pass, which happens to be the highest railway station in the country.
Open sesame.
Yeah, nice.
The train stops here for 10 minutes, so it's time to get out for a stretch.
So here we are at Arthur's Pass railway station.
This place is also home to one of many national parks in the South Island, and a must stop if you're traveling by road.
They have a second engine at the back, but this will come off now as we don't need it for the rest of the journey. The horn just went off, so we need to get back on the train.
Welcome aboard the Tranzalpine service.
As we head on from Arthur's Pass, we bump into the braided Waimakariri River and we ride along it for quite a bit. The scenery is quite beautiful here, with the last rays of sunlight hitting the mountains. So we head back to the viewing carriage before it gets about too dark. It does get quite chilly in the viewing carriage, so make sure you pack some warm clothes to stay here as long as you want.
Once the train crosses the Waimakariri River, it heads towards the town of Springfield, which is the start of the Canterbury Plains and is close to many ski fields. Some of the views on this part is supposed to be quite good. This includes the spectacular staircase viaduct, which is 73 meters over the river below, but it was quite dark and we couldn't really see anything. So our advice would be to take the train from Christchurch in the morning so you can enjoy more daylight time on the train. Actually, this is what we planned for, but our travel agent screwed up our booking. Which takes us to our second advice. Book directly on the Great Journeys website to avoid the situation. In our case, we drove from Christchurch to Greymouth in the morning, so here are some snippets of our drive through the Canterbury Plains to make it up for it.
After spending 1 hour in the dark, our train finally makes its way to Christchurch at 7 p.m.
Alright, we're just pulling into our destination, Christchurch. This has been an interesting train journey. The first half was really nice, but obviously the second half couldn't really see much because it was just too dark. Okay, so that's the end of this little trip. Back again at cold Christchurch. Bye bye train. So we are here back in Christchurch. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, we look forward to taking you on other travel adventures very soon.